It may
Hmm.
cost a little more, but in the long run, it's going to be healthier.
You pay a little bit more now for food, but you might pay a lot less later from your hospital
Exactly.
bills.
Or the government paying for it and your
Yeah,
taxes and everything
yeah,
else
yeah.
piles up.
We're talking about cancer. Certain cancers are on the rise. Diet, whether or not, whatever your viewpoints are on diet and what is or is not healthy and all the holy wars people get into, it's obviously an important subject, and all of these things tie together in a really interesting and complex way with some of this story here. And one of the things sort of saw people yelling different things about this, and I want to just get it directly from the guys who did the study. What's sense and what's nonsense here? There's lots of headlines out there where people are basically saying study proves seed oils give you cancer, period. And then there's a lot of other people, some of them scientists, that were saying things like this study had nothing to do with seed oils or diet. So where's the signal and where's the noise in those types of statements?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle probably. Yeah, we did not prove cause and effect of seed oils to cancer or seed oils to anything because we didn't study seed oils. We were looking at the tumor tissue in large enough sample size. No one else has done that kind of sample size in human colon tissues,
Mm-hmm.
and we saw what I feel is the smoking gun. So I think we have a smoking gun story where we see this inflammation that's significant in the tissues, and you've got to ask, where did it come from? It's got to come from the diet, and then you get backwards. Well, where in the diet could it possibly come from? And
Yeah.
what's happened in the last, 50 years
Yeah.
in our diet?
When you say it's got to come from the diet, why is that your
Well,
viewpoint?
because arachidonic acid and omega-6s these are essential fatty acids,
Body can't
and
make them on its own.
correct, you have to get them from the diet. So that's sort of prima facie evidence again that
Yeah.
the
So
diet's
so
involved.
so
But
you didn't prove, as
right,
when we say prove, we're being, as a scientist, we didn't prove directly that it was the seed oils, but you're basically saying it's very difficult to imagine where else this would come from.
right, because that's been the big change.
Yeah.
And if again, we had the same problem with cigarettes and cancer. If you
Right.
remember, for
Right.
years, cigarettes don't cause cancer, and it would use the example that, well, not everybody gets cancer that smokes. That's true. Not, but they get heart disease and COPD and other things and
Yeah.
strokes and
Yeah.
diabetes and Alzheimer's, but they're not, oh,
Right.
it's not connected causally. But we all know it actually probably is. It just took a long time to really find the exact proof and the methylation events or the
Yeah.
mutational events
Yeah.
that.
And we're talking
So
about
in
stochastic biological processes here, like
right.